Welcome to Hot Mess Therapist, the podcast where real life meets real therapy. We're two therapists, best friends, moms, and business partners navigating the beautiful chaos of life together. As co-owners of a private practice, we help others work through relationships, parenting challenges, anxiety, stress, and all the messy parts of being human.
Each week, we'll dive into conversations about love, relationships, friendships, parenting, family dynamics, mental health, and everything in between. We'll share insights from our clinical experience, lessons from our own lives, and plenty of honest stories about the moments when even therapists don't have it all together. So, grab your coffee or a glass of wine, hide from your kids for a few minutes if you can, and join us for authentic conversations, practical advice, and a reminder that being a hot mess doesn't mean that you're doing it wrong. We're so glad you're here. This is Hot Mess Therapist.
Hi there, welcome back to Hot Mess Therapist. I'm Nikki.
I'm Sarah.
So I'm back from vacation. You were on a little long weekend vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah. And getting into the vibe today?
It's been tough.
I know.
Ask our producer.
I know. She's over us today.
She is really over us today.
I couldn't find anything to wear since I've been back from vacation. Mm-hmm. I was on the beach and relaxing. Mm-hmm. And I ate and ate and ate. And did you know there is this seal on the San Diego Pier 9?
I do now because I am Facebook friends with you.
Right. So Pier 39 mm-hmm. In San Francisco Bay Area has all these seals. They just come sit there. There is a seal named Chonkers. Apparently he's TikTok famous. I had to get his t-shirt. Mm-hmm. But since I ate all that on vacation.
Are you feeling like Chonkers?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I can't find any clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, and you had a fun 4th of July weekend.
I did. I had a really great weekend with friends on Madeline Island.
Yes.
A little bit of camping, a little bit of firework watching, a lot of bit of laughing. It was
Love
good.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so good for the soul.
Yep.
It's important to have that time for your soul mm-hmm. between work and stress and kids.
Funny enough, that's what we're talking about today.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We're gonna talk about kids and parenting and dive in all the challenges that can come with the good, the bad, and the ugly.
I know. Mm-hmm. I think about all the stories. But you and I were talking recently about normalcy and how there's no perfect parent out there.
True that.
Right. Mm-hmm. Not at all.
I haven't met one.
I think a lot of times people come into the clinic
yep.
and they do have a fear of getting therapy for their kids.
Yes, absolutely.
Because they're going to feel judged.
Yes, absolutely. I think that is one of the biggest things that I see. And I'm not sure how you approach it when you work with your clients. I know over the years what I have learned to do is talk a little bit about how I'm a mom who messes things up as well.
100%.
You know? Because we want clients to feel like they're not alone.
No.
And bringing their child in either for help for their child or help for them or help for the whole family. It's a really brave and amazing thing to do. And I am always happy to walk that journey with them because I have had those moments. I have sought therapy for my own children. I have not always known what to do in situations.
Yeah.
And my youngest really put us through it.
Oh yeah, your youngest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love him though. I think about the times he would ride in the car with us. And everybody knows you and I are yappers. Mm-hmm. So
anybody's listening to this podcast know that.
I know. And so I think about the times he'd ride in the car with us, whether we were running to pick something up or whatever, and at one point he'd be like, "Why do you talk so much? Do you ever stop talking? And my ears can't take it anymore." We're like, "Okay, buddy, sorry." So then we'd have to sit in silence, all awkward, because we feel judged by a 9-year-old in the back seat.
Oh my God, Sam. Sam, honey, if you're listening, I love you so much.
I do too, Sam.
Yeah, Sam put us through it for a bit. When he was really, really little, he was an absconder.
What's really, really little?
Pretty much as soon as he could walk, he was running. And the first really scary incident with Sam was he was probably about 18 months.
Okay.
He was not in his crib anymore because he kept climbing out. And I got up in the morning to get ready for work, and I was in the shower, and I heard him playing in his room. When I got out of the shower, he was not in his room. Mm-hmm. And when I went to go look for him in the house, our sliding glass door was open, and he was not to be found anywhere.
Oh my God, yeah.
Within the 30 seconds, I realized that he was missing, and the panic setting in. There was a knock at my door, and it was my next door neighbor at the time holding my 18-month-old because he had gotten out of the house, scaled our backyard fence, and she found him on her morning walk. And was like, hey, does this belong to you? And I'm like, yeah, that one's mine.
Oh my God.
And that was so frightening. It was so scary.
The terror, right.
And my biggest concern had been that he would do that in the middle of the night when we were sleeping. Mm-hmm. So we thought we were clever, and we turned his doorknob around and locked him in his room at night just for safety. And it stayed that way for a bit because he was always running from us. So when he was, roughly 2.5, 3 years old, mm-hmm. I was woken up one Sunday morning by my son, my oldest son, who was 5 at the time, saying, Mommy, there's a policeman at the door.
Oh, that's always a fun wake-up call.
Isn't it, though? Yeah. I'm groggy, and I walked downstairs, and the officer's standing in my foyer, because I apparently had not taught my children not to let strangers in the house. And as I come down the stairs, he goes, you have a child on the roof. Oh. So I spin around. I'm sprinting upstairs. I'm yelling to his dad. There's awning underneath the windows.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so like a second level, and then the roof.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like a townhouse style, maybe. Or something
it was. Yeah, it was a townhouse we were in.
Yeah.
The awning.
Okay.
And I'm yelling at his dad as I'm running up the stairs. Matt, Sam's on the roof. And get to...
The sentence I bet you thought you'd never say.
As parents, there are a million things I say
that I
never thought I would say. Mm-hmm. And as I got to Sam's room, Matt had gone to get him up and had already found him and was pulling him in the window. And he was crying. He had crawled out there and he got stuck. He didn't know how to get back in.
He's little. Yeah.
He was so little. And it was the scariest moment of our lives. And here I am carrying my crying child down the stairs with an officer looking at me like I am the worst parent in the world. And I hear my son Jackson telling the police officer, well, we lock him in his room at night.
Oh my God. Kids have no filter.
None whatsoever. And he's just looking at me and I'm like, because he runs away.
Right.
Yes. Trying to keep him safe. Needless to say, we sought a therapist.
Yeah.
After that incident.
After I remember.
Yes. And eventually learned Sam has autism and ADHD, and that was part of his symptomology when he was young. When he got overwhelmed, he would try to either climb or run.
Yeah, did he try to go into a neighbor's pool one time too?
Yep. And he would walk into neighbors' homes.
Yeah, which is ironic because knowing Sam now, getting him out of the house,
it's a bit more of a challenge.
Yeah, he's a homebody now.
He is a homebody. He loves hanging with his friends. He loves doing fun things with them. Typical teenage stuff. He no longer runs away, so that's lovely.
Yeah, that's lovely. Yeah, and that was before air tags. You couldn't air tag your kid.
Could not tag my child.
Right.
And I felt like it might be poor parenting and poor therapist form to put him on a leash. So it was a bit of a struggle.
Those kid leashes, I have thoughts about those. But I mean, that's real though. I mean, the youngest stepdaughter that I have, the first time I took her somewhere, it was Harley's dance competition at the convention center in Minneapolis. And my partner said, just keep an eye on her. She walks away. And I'm like, okay. And she was 6. I'm like, it can't be that bad. Literally, all of us are going one way, and she's over here. I mean, I have my eyes on her, and I'm like, oh my God, he's not lying. And he's like, no, we literally had to put her on a leash when she was little, one of those kid backpacks.
Yes.
He's like, we could not keep her near us and safe because she just would be elsewhere. And knowing her now, I mean, that's kind of fitting. So I think that there is a purpose for them. But I think about that Modern Family episode. Did you see that?
Which one?
They take Lily to Disney World and she's on a leash.
Oh, I actually think I did see that one.
And they're like, "Come, Lily, come!" I'm like,
oh my God,
that's exactly how I feel about those.
Yes.
But I do think in certain situations they are needed for safety.
Yeah, I mean, safety is a huge piece of it. The thing is that kids are going to kid.
Yeah.
Right? They are going to do certain things, and it is never about you as a parent in those moments. In the moments that they run or the moments that they climb or they do something that's a little dangerous or they have busy bodies and they're all over the place. That isn't a shameful thing to ask for help if you don't know how to create structure and safety for a kid who that has not learned how to do that for themselves.
Right, right. And neurodivergent kids tend to take more risks. They do. Tend to feel less pain, which is related to sensory stuff.
Correct.
And so they're just like, I'm gonna try it, right? Yeah. Like Harley growing up was she's such an easy kid, like so well behaved. I remember feeling terrible the first time I put her in her 1 minute timeout, right? And it was Halloween. She's sitting on this timeout stool with her wand and fairy dress, right? It was the cutest picture. But then I get Creed, who now is diagnosed with ADHD, and this kid escaped those saucers that we had for those kiddos when they were little. Yeah. He rocked it enough at 9 months old to tip it over, get out, and I look over and he's crawling across. I'm like, oh, great, this is going to be my life, right? Yeah. And it has been. He's like, parkour. I'm like, you are not parkour, right? He's on the roof. I mean, now when we need the gutters cleaned out, we're like, hey,
Creed's perfect for that.
Can you get up on the roof, please? Because we're not dealing with that. So I think, being aware of that and, knowing that there's no fear sometimes with kids.
Right. And while therapists don't have to have kids to help support parents with children, it's absolutely not necessary. I feel a little fortunate that I have my experiences to draw on. If for no other reason, then that's my avenue of supporting families and letting them know that, hey, your therapist isn't a perfect parent either.
No.
And I do have stock stories from raising my kids that I will pull out when it feels like it is a similar situation that a parent is struggling with. Be like, yeah, girl, I yell at my kids too.
Oh yeah, right. I've literally had parents come in and go, I don't even want to tell you about my week. I lost my mind and yelled, and I'm like, hey, same.
Yeah. And then we get to go into how do we repair?
How do you repair? Yeah.
When you do mess up, right? What do you do as a parent to come back around? Because it's one thing to say, you're like, yeah, we all mess up.
Right.
And it is true.
But screaming at your kid and then just leaving it at that is
not cool either.
Not how you repair that. Right. It doesn't teach healthy attachment, doesn't teach healthy relationship dynamics.
Or healthy boundary
setting. Right. So that what you teach them early on and how you repair those conflicts with your kiddos is what they're going to carry in to their relationship development.
And that is such an important point because kids learn how to have relationships within the context of the relationship with their parent. And so most of the time is it as a parent, are you being perfect?
Right.
It is as a parent, are you modeling how to do relationships?
Correct.
Right. And as human beings, we screw up in relationships. We yell, we don't communicate well, we struggle, but how do you come back and fix that? And if kids learn how to do that with mom and dad, there's a lot of things that happen. Not only, and I'm sure this is a topic for another day, but not only does that set like a foundation of how to attune and have a good relationship for future, right? I can share my problems because I know that you're safe to talk to, but also then how do I have healthy relationships outside of mom and dad later on? Right,
exactly. And, that repair is the most important piece for them. And oftentimes kids will go, I'm not ready to talk yet, right?
Okay.
That doesn't mean because parents have the agenda that they're ready to repair the relationship that the child has to be ready as well, right? Yeah. It's important to remember that children have their own thoughts and ideas and minds.
It turns out they're their own whole person.
They are. They are not an extension of who we are. They are themselves.
That's right.
And just because mom or dad or whoever's ready to repair doesn't mean they're going to want to.
That's right.
And you just give them that space. They're going to come around. At some point, they're going to be hungry.
Yeah, right. They're going to want dinner. They're going to need a ride.
Yeah. They're going to want something from Target.
That's
Right? Like, so I mean...
Give them the space.
Give them the space.
Thing.
Yeah. And let them process their own thoughts. They're not going to process them at the rate as an adult.
That's right.
Right? They're going to be mad about dumb stuff.
That's right.
Right? So, always keeping that in mind.
Always keeping that in mind. But I think today's takeaway is parents, give yourself grace.
Yes. Lots of grace.
Lots of grace. Repair with your children. And talk to somebody if you feel like you're stuck.
Yeah.
Whether that be your therapist, your child's therapist, your best friend, your co-parent. Don't feel like you have to shoulder all this by yourself.
Yeah, or be embarrassed about it.
Or be embarrassed about it.
Right.
Because we've all been there.
We've all been there. Yeah. Yeah. Well, great. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in today. Now, just remember, you can be a hot mess.
And still have it all together.
We will see you next time on
Hot Mess Therapist.